makes deals with worms. But we're better than that.
Well, we're better than a lot of these sorry sods down here. The representatives of something real in a way they never will be.
He downs the last piece of the meat package and slurps down the blood-covered twine like spaghetti.
Do you know where you came from?
From out in the wood. That's where I came from.
You're not curious.
No, not really. Doesn't matter. Matters is what I am and what I can do. That's it. Till the day something snaps my neck.
See, I was intending to find out the exact same thing. I was promised answers here, and I'm assuming you've probably already come to terms, or perhaps realized that I was told it would be through you.
I don't know where you came from. I don't care. But you're a sorry sight. You make me look bad just by being one of us. So I can make a introduction.
Did you say introduction or...
Yeah, introduction.
I see. An introduction to whom's?
To what? There's more to us than just tooth and blood, little man. We're from old stuff. There's a price to pay. And I've got a head start. But I'm not too coward. I'm not so coward that I'd keep you from trying to catch up. I can introduce you.
It's a deal then.
If you can give me a good sport.
How familiar are you with humans?
Inside and out.
And do you know why, amongst all the truly terrifying creatures that dot this landscape, do you know why it was them who've assembled these great cities, worked these great artifices?
They fuck like rabbits, breed like rats. And they love iron more than anything else.
I won't deny any of those. Quite frankly, you're correct on every single count. But in my experience, It's due to the nature of how they once hunted. You see, unlike you or I, the old things that we come from, humans are persistence hunters. They've never been the strongest, the fastest. Sometimes they aren't even the most intelligent. The reasons they've come to dominate so much of this sphere is simply due to tenacity. The ability to pursue stronger and braver prey until it physically gives up. Fundamentally, flesh wavers, and even the mightiest muscle will fall to exhaustion. Now, I have not lived your experience. I don't know you particularly well, but I am familiar enough to know that you very much pride yourself on that. And he's just going to gesture to the everything that he is. You're big. You're strong. But I've spent a decent amount of time amongst humans. A lot of them even seem to think I am one of them. And I like to think that some of them have rubbed off on me, and not in the way that you're thinking currently. It's about persistence, sometimes. It's about not being the strongest, the quickest, or perhaps even the tallest. It's about simply being the one who's still standing at the end. And, regardless of the outcome, I do very much anticipate and hope that that will be me.
Spoken like a cockroach. But maybe you're onto something. We'll see, huh?
We'll see if I can teach our people persistence. And maybe we can make something of ourselves.
You can tell he's not the sort to, well, for one, hold grudges, surprisingly.
For what? He beat me up!
Yeah, I'm saying for this is an intro to something. For instance, he did not begrudge Vic, right?
Mm.
He's one of the few people who really does believe all's fair in war, right?
Yeah.
For the first time, in referring to our people, he's like, ugh. That was the first thing that actually kind of put a bad taste in his mouth, and he doesn't know why. Maybe it's that he's worked very, very hard to make himself immune to that sort of ambition. And here you are, coming along and messing up all his hard work, convincing himself that he truly is singular.
The ambitious little twig and the beast.
Yeah.
Well, this has been enlightening, my friend. I wish
Come back any time this week. Give me good sport. I'll make your introductions.
Of course. I wish you the best of luck on your next fight.
Yeah. Yeah. He licks you up and down a little bit and then nods and heads off. You get the impression that you timed that pretty well for as far as the clock ticking.
I thought so. Yeah, Ambrose is gonna saunter off.
Alright. Now where are you headed?
Back to the house.
Alright. Theo.
Yes.
What are you up to?
One sec. Sorry. One sec.
Are you ready to head to South Endara?
No.
Are you ready? Are you ready to to have a get together?
Oh God, hadn't even thought of that. Firstly, I think I am gonna. One second, sorry.
Hmm?
Is there any way that I could? I want to go shopping, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go shopping for some armor.
Uh-huh.
But is there anything that I can get that's not on that list that maybe doesn't give me a penalty to my invoke, but gives me a little bit of armor?
Oh yes,
not
definitely.
Asking for a lot. I'm not asking for a lot.
You can absolutely get something that doesn't give you a penalty. The most direct way would be a blue steel weave.
Blue steel weave. Okay.
Yep.
And how much is that looking to set me back?
It's a little expensive.
Okay.
It also has the downside that it won't protect you from magic damage. Right.
He has I mean, he has a shield for that. Well, he has a shield spell for that.
Alright. Well then.
Dylan. Oh, that tickled me. Yeah, so I will go. I'm gonna go. I'll do some research and find out where I can get something like that made.
Alright, do you have an armor in mind that you're like, if this just didn't have a penalty to invoke, I would get it?
Yeah, let's have a look. 1 second, there was one. Bear with me. Like, I get that it's not going to be loads and loads of armor. I get that, but I need something at the moment. I have fuck all. 1 second. What was it? It was definitely a light one. No, actually, I like something like the mechanical breastplate, but like not like a full breastplate. More like fantasy Kevlar is what I'm
Gotcha.
thinking, but with the blue steel weave.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Something that he can wear like under his suit.
Alright.
That can provide a bit of protection since he's such a squishy boy.
Come on. Hold on.
Sorry,
Google
I should have messaged you about this during the week.
No, it's fine. Google betrayed me a little bit, but I'm... Alright. Alright. Alright, and what, you're okay having a penalty to some other things, right?
Yeah, it's just my invoke because I worked real hard to get that as high as it is.
I see.
And I took a lot of drawbacks to get it as high as it is, so that's everything else fine. Acrobatics, he's already shit at anyway. That's fine. Dodge, shit. Stealth, not very good.
Right.
I could take or leave that.
All right. Then how about...
I mean, I will probably need the glint for it, but I will ask dear Hillary for a loan again, if that's needed.
All right.
Ooh. But he's not exactly her favorite person right now. And he's aware.
Okay. So that's light, so it would be... And then plus markup for making. Yep. Right about where I thought. Okay. All right. Now take a look in...
Ooh. So exciting. In armor?
Yep, armor. And then there's a blue steel.
Blue steel, scale mail vest light. Athletics, dodge that, okay. Awesome! I do need some glint. So I'll kindly ask Hillary from the Indara Kitty Fund. 600 glint, if that's alright, David. Actually, I don't even need that much. Like 300.
300 is fine, but I need to start buying real supplies.
Okay, that's it. That's going to be the last thing I take
I
from
mean,
you.
can't cook the blue steel, you know.
Thank you. He really doesn't want to ask his parents for it. I think that's the main thing. So I'll be like, why do you need armor? Ah. Thank you. Okay, no, that's fine. Thank you very much, Hillary. And I won't waste much more time. How do I equip it? Or is it just a case of I need to remember that that's increase my armor?
Oh, so you buy it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've bought it.
Okay, then you go to your main page, and you see armor.
Mm-hmm. Where?
U6.
Yes. Yeah. I'm with you. Oh my god.
And your armor's right there.
Yay. So what is my... Okay, so my minimum hit is now, what, 16?
So if you mouse over it, minimum hit is the number. Higher number is the number they have to roll to get around your armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then, okay, I'm with you. Thank you very much. Lovely. And yeah, I will go back to the Howl estate after purchasing that, and I'm going to go and look for Cece. If that's okay. Unless there's anything else that needs to be done with other characters.
Nah.
Nah. Have we received, like, invitations or anything like that yet from...
You are going to receive some mail shortly.
Oh, no. Okay.
Alright?
Sure. I'm so scared. Why do you make everything sound so sinister? You will be receiving some mail shortly. Like,
Because
what?
everything has the potential to be sinister, but everything also has the potential to be good.
Yeah.
Because Mark is evil and hates us.
Cece,
Yes, Mark.
what are you up to?
I think she would be. I think she's in her room. She's reading through Wolfred's journal.
Hmm.
Kind of just sifting through it.
Make a fortune roll for me.
And if I say no.
Then I'll make it for you at disadvantage.
No, please don't do that. Ooh. Hold on. That is a 18.
You learn the name of the book that he learned where to contact that entity from. At first, you imagine that it was destroyed in the fire, but it mentions that he brought that book. Dylan, that's too funny. That he brought that book back to someone that he knew would get it back to the observatory without any fuss, since he technically wasn't supposed to have it.
Mm-hmm.
The book itself was one of those old-timey names. A text upon the modification of such mechanisms as were found from the realms of cosmos and others, concerning the mechanisms therein and those worked by
God,
the
slow
hands of
down,
man.
sir.
Or its shorter title, Mechanisms of Cosmos.
Good God.
You know those
Slow
old-timey
down.
book names?
I know. Mechanisms of Cosmos plus a much longer title that Mark said too quickly. Okay.
Home was returned to a Mrs. Constance, a calligrapher that works for the observatory sometimes.
Would I recognize the name?
Probably not. I mean, you can make a lore roll or an intuition.
Boogie. Which one's higher? Why do I have a -2? Oh, no, that's why. Another 18.
You think you remember her being like on the extended staff sometimes of the observatory? She does like book copy restoration and reprints.
Hmm. Boogie. Anything
If
else of note?
during that reading session, that is what you uncover. That if
Gotcha.
you want to learn the name of that thing, that would be a place to start, is in that book.
Gotcha. Icky. Yeah, I think she's just gonna spend her afternoon reading through it. Maybe fiddling with the lockbox a little. Not really making any notable changes to it, just like
Yeah.
cleaning it because it's all gross.
It's worth noting, you kind of feel bad reading these journals, not because like, oh, it's privacy. What? No, fuck him. But it just makes you feel kind of gross because he is constantly so self-deprecating. Like just this casual, completely stone-faced, ingrained self-loathing.
I mean, that's not unfamiliar to her. I think reading through all of that, she feels more pity
Yeah.
than anything. 'Cause she knows what that's like. She knows what it's like to feel so, like, wrong that it just kind of seeps through everything you do, even unintentionally.
You could tell he didn't seem to believe that other people didn't feel that way. Like there were several passages that he went on about how people were shirking the responsibility of self-loathing. That
Hmm.
anyone around him who was essentially happy was doing so irresponsibly, right? And that this was why society was crumbling. Is because they clearly saw their own myriad horrifying deficiencies. Their lack of intelligence, talent, precision, discipline. They saw all of these things and they did nothing. And that was why, as repugnant as he was better than them.
Hmm. Yeah, that's icky.
Yep.
I think after a bit of just reading through all that, she's gonna put the book down.
He's like...
Put the book down, like slide it away. Yeah, that's enough of that for today.
David,
Yes.
you receive a missive from the Long Line Rail and Mine Company.
I see. I spent some time studying it.
It is an apology on their part.
Oh.
Yeah, you do sound really good.
Oh,
They
mic change.
heard about the incident with the foreign ambassador.
Oh.
They realized
Yes.
that you were close, and they wonder if there's anything that they can do to facilitate the mending of fences in this time. Realize, it says, like, we realize we were an issue of stress, perhaps, upon your house in this trying time for you. Is there anything we can do?
Oh. I write write back and say, thank you for your kind consideration. It was truly unexpected and surprising what happened with Imparte. I fear that in the short term, not much may be done. Perhaps given some time to mend wounds, it may be easier to mend these fences. As you know, I'm traveling to South Andorra in the near future, and perhaps just getting back in the country may help me appreciate where she's coming from. And I hope that being within our nation may also help her understand our position. And perhaps with this increased understanding, we may be able to repair some of that relationship.
Excellent. I do not require any sort of deception roll for that. That is a great way to sell that. And you can tell from the tone of their letter, seems like they bought the falling out because they're going, oh, we lost that connection to that damnable ambassador. Can we try and reforge it? Can we do something? Can we salvage this operation?
Because you were helping us.
Yeah.
And now I don't. She's now a loose cannon again, or free to be one anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh well.
Oh well, yes. There they go again, realizing how they screwed up. But never mind, I didn't say that.
All right. Saffron. Ambrose comes back that night after visiting the fighting pits, having not fought in any of the fighting pits.
Hi.
Hello.
Go.
Well, I spoke with our wild friend. Honestly, seems like a relatively decent sort.
Keep. Hmm. Did you get what you needed?
Not yet. We have something of an agreement. I fight him. We go at it in the arena, tear the shit out of each other, probably bleed a lot. And in exchange, he's going to enlighten me about the Stray.
And if he kills you, what then?
Then I die. But honestly, I don't think that's his way. He seems more like he wants sport of it. And,
Sport of killing.
well, he wants the sport of the chase. And the sport is never in the final act, it's in the ongoing pursuit of it. He might kill me, but that's a risk.
Well, as long as you're willing to take it, I'm coming to watch.
Of course. I'd expect you to be there.
And you won't stop me from intervening if things get too scary.
Well, I won't stop you, but I'm fairly sure someone else would at least attempt to. It wouldn't be the wisest decision.
I've never been known to be wise.
Well, I'd like to inform the others. They have a right to know exactly where I am.
I'm sure they'll want to
Plus-
know as well.
Of course. But we should also probably work out which one of them gets the inheritance if I do get my head ripped off.
Are you saying it shouldn't be me?
It should be you, but you've already bequeathed your half to me, so it would... Would you
Oh, I'm lagging again.
want
Oh,
it
fuck's
back?
sake. I'm
I could
lagging again.
show
I'm
some
so
pictures.
sorry. Ah.
Mira, help!
Emira starts with,
We're just in the kitchen. How are you now in the office?
Stop it. Allow it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it seems to be okay now.
okay.
God,
As the two of you are
How do
discussing,
No,
who's going to inherit.
I have something that she wants to say to him. Before
Okay.
anyone else gets there. Sorry. She'll she looks like she's got
So I'll be
something
back in
else
just one
on
moment.
her mind. Okay. Never mind, Mark, you can go.
But then who will inherit?
Oh.
Charles, just behind the two of you. Who indeed?
Sorry, what was that? I had to go and open my door.
Charles was basically going, yeah, who indeed would inherit?
Mm.
Don't
He doesn't
worry,
have
I'll
rights,
draw
does
up
he?
some paperwork.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Ideally, I'd like to not die.
Speaking about death, I think it's time I go and visit Kaisen. Or pin him down somewhere.
But that's my thing. Oh, you mean like violently?
No, I need to. The plan is that he tells me things about Rion the Seventh. That was the plan. I need to make him trust me again.
I mean, I definitely did just throw up a little bit in my mouth. But what do you have over him? You do have something over him, right?
Only the fact that I know he won't kill me.
No, but by the sounds of it, he can do a hell of a lot worse.
It will only be a short conversation. I just need to know if this plan is possible or if we need to think of something else. I'm sure everybody does. I won't do it before
So you're just
Sandara.
going to... I see.
I'm just going to what?
Don't know, just speak to him. What makes you think he'll give you anything that you want? It doesn't sound as if you parted on particularly amicable terms.
Unfortunately, there is something that he wants that I have. And you're not going to like it. My agency. If he thinks he can control me again, then we have a real
Which
shot.
can. Who did we lose?
David, I think.
David. He doesn't own me.
No, but he did, and he could.
I'll never let him get the opportunity again. I'm out in society now, I wasn't then. It's much harder, much more complicated. Especially with all of you, that'll kick up a fuss if I disappear. If you
He
wanted...
didn't seem to care much for social norms during the ball.
She winces. But the ball proved that it didn't matter about social norms, he wasn't going to take me anywhere. He could have, I was completely immobile. He could have picked me up and disappeared and none of you would have been the wiser. He didn't. I don't know why he didn't, but he didn't. As long as I'm useful to him outside of... She'll wince and kind of slightly throw up in her mouth. Where I was before, then he won't put me there. As long as I'm useful, I think.
It feels like you're risking a lot on mere supposition. I won't stop you, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I don't know what else I can do. Maybe try and find more information on him, but he's elusive, he's smart with what he does. It's... If I start digging, he'll know. And then I won't have to jump on him like I do now. If I
And
have it at all.
please forgive me, but why are we not just ripping his head off and using it like a frisbee?
Because he's close to Rion the 7th. This is for Miriam. This isn't about me. I'm doing this for her. Otherwise I would let you rip his head off 3 times over.
He only has 2.
She doesn't even know how to, she just shakes her head. Ambrose, be serious. If you don't think I should, then I won't. I don't want to go behind your back.
Well, that doesn't matter so much. You're allowed to do that. But all I'm saying is that you have to be prepared. Take whatever it is you need, take all the equipment you can muster, and any expertise you can gather. And preferably have us somewhere close by with lots of knives and quite a few guns. Maybe we could even put Hillary with a gun on that horse of Theo's. That would be a sight I would actually murder to see.
Well, I wasn't going to do it alone. Don't worry.
Well, yes,
I've
but
learned my lesson with that.
I doubt he'd appreciate your whole entourage showing up, too.
There are always
So,
things that happen, that places that I could show up, that are public enough that you all could be there, like a charity event for the church or something.
it's always the worst people who work in charity.
Well, technically we run a charity now, but we don't have to talk about that.
That my point stands.
Are you
Just-
Are you ready for your fight tonight?
Doesn't necessarily have to be tonight, but I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Do some stretches, have a glass of wine. The usual thing.
What if we train together for a little while? Get you warmed up. She smirks.
I was planning on just going the stray, but... Oh, okay. No, I'm liking where this is going. Let's go.
Are you sure? Yeah, because we don't have to. I mean,
It's okay, I've got about 4 hours.
Yeah, okay. That's so dumb. They're so dumb. They'll walk from. She was probably in the kitchen. She likes the kitchen. To the living room. Is anyone like there to like stop them from going up, Mark?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, go head upstairs then. Disappearing.
The birds flock. Um, let's see. All right then. As is my custom, the two of you shall choose. The two of you shall choose 3 skill checks each. If
Mark-
you choose the same one, you get disadvantage on them.
Mark, they're fucking. What are you?
I know.
Oh. Oh no. Okay. I'm now scared.
You must both choose 3 skill checks.
Oh no. Okay. At random? Or, like.
No, you pick them, and you're gonna want to do good on them.
Oh.
But if you choose the same ones, you get disadvantage. So you gotta get creative with it. Type them out in the rolls, and make those 3 skill rolls.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh no. Need to look
You have to
at
choose secretly, of course.
Shit. Okay. But then
well,
how
I
are we going to
haven't
roll in
looked.
secret if we...
Oh, you
or
just
are we gonna
choose
give
them
disadvantage?
secretly.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Or if you got yours, Lex.
1, number
not
2,
yet,
number
I need to-
3.
I need to open thing because I was stopping it from lagging by keeping it closed, but I'm gonna open it now. Okay. I'm gonna choose these 3. Do I? No, I'll choose these 3. Since they're my big boy stats. Okay. And then we'll begin my rolls.
All right. You've chosen your 3 stats.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, both of you post your 3 stats.
Oh shit, wait. Play!
Alright. Alright. Then rolls, baby.
Yippee! I'm just gonna edit my previous message. Bro. Okay, I've got mine.
Alright. You got yours, Dylan?
Just doing the last one now. Just loading. Ooh. Okay, ready.
Go.
Oh no.
Alright. For any fic writers in the crowd,
Hmm.
their romantic liaison has to include Dodge 23, Stealth 11, and Attack 22 from Saffron. And a Nat 1 Persuasion, an 18 Resolve, and a 23 Invoke from Ambrose.
Oh no, you horrible person.
Because of the Invoke, there's a half-decent chance Heyman will show up.
This is the gayest fucking sex music I've ever heard in my life.
Do not diss Barry White, okay? It was more for the funsies anyway.
Don't worry, Phoebes, these kids don't know.
Yeah, you don't know about Barry White. Anyway, I'm turning off now. It was just for the. It was purely for the intro. If you know, you know.
So,
Who doesn't love Barry White?
Lex, apparently.
I never said
Cece.
that. I just said that it was the gayest
Uncultured
shit I've ever heard.
swine.
I just said it was the gayest shit I've ever. I like gay. Fuck you all.
Cece,
Yes, Mark.
you wake up partway through the night to, what sounds like spells being cast as the room shakes a little bit. You roll back
Good.
over.
God. Ew. Okay.
And you wake up the next day with one of your little birds coming to give you a report.
Oh no. What's on the report, Mark?
Mostly the movements and, troop disposition of a local flock of grackles that has taken issue with the corvids that befriended these paper birds.
Mm-hmm.
However, David,
Yes.
what is on your docket before you head to South Endara?
I need to buy supplies, materials for the scientific investigation, provisions.
All right, but other than shopping for provisions, you're good.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not going to get much more out of the looking at the culture.
Right.
Yeah.
All right then. Cece, the main thing of interest is that the bird reports that you have a letter
She's gonna try to go find it.
You reach over next to your bed in the guest room, and you turn the valve on the pneumatic tube, and from downstairs in the main foyer, you hear the canister shoots through the house and lands next to your bedside table.
That will always be so convenient. Goodness. I'm gonna read it. I have a sneaking suspicion I know what it is, but I don't know if Cece does, so I'm gonna read it.
It is an invitation.
Good God, I fucking knew it.
An invitation to the Wesley estate.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's gonna read the letter. Kind of parse through a little bit, get more details. How many days does she have before the...
You make a fortune roll.
Trying to drink my fucking drink. 17.
Okay. I considered having the letter have gotten stuck in the pneumatic tubes, and it was tonight.
Oh, fuck you.
Nah, you got a couple days.
God. Takes a deep breath. And then kind of parses through the reports. See if they have anything on Theo.
On what?
On Theo.
Theo.
She's just looking for where he would be.
You're looking through and you're like, well, where is Theo? You say and then one of your birds hops over to you, and you open up the thing, and it has a report on the whereabouts of Theo that it does not know. After he entered the garden gate, it lost sight of him, and you're like, enter the garden. He's here. It was worthlessly specific.
She's gonna leave her room and go find Theo.
I imagine that she goes to find him and he's literally about to knock on her door.
You have a pneumatic tube of your own.
Hello?
Hi.
May I come in?
Oh, I was just gonna go find you.
He'll smile a little bit at that, nod, and step inside.
You have to step over a very frustrated Beans because for some reason he was put outside.
Why is Beans in my room?
Go find your mummy. Go on. And kind of usher him to go and find Saffron.
I need to roll for mischief, but you guys keep going.
God.
So would I missed that. Would I have gotten the invitation too, or have I not received it?
Yeah, you've got a pneumatic tube as well.
Awesome. So I'm sorry I've been a bit distant. I wanted to give you your space.
Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Fuck off, Dylan.
um, so you... And he'll pull, like, his invitation out of his jacket pocket. You got one of these too, I take it?
Yeah, I just read through it. We have a few days, which is nice.
His eyes will brighten a little bit. So you want to go, still?
I mean, your mother's expecting me.
That's true. Doesn't bode well to let her down. And he'll smile a little bit. And he's going to look around for somewhere to kind of perch. Sit down. Like probably kind of shooing multiple little origami birds out of the way.
Several of them flutter away and several of them don't. As you realize to your horror that there are several hiding among just mundane ones.
Hey! I think pick one up and just pop it on like the end of his finger and sit down. And just inspect it. I don't really know how to begin, but I wanted to let you know just how sorry I am. I'm not sorry about killing Belden. He was a stain on my city, and the Catacon's better off without him, but I am sorry that I didn't tell you where I was going, and that I was doing it, I think. I think I knew you would be the only one that might be able to talk me out of it. And I felt ashamed. So I didn't say anything, but for that I am truly sorry.
For a second, Cece kind of just looks at you. And then it's not until it stops that you finally notice how the easy expression on her face was flatter than it normally is. Almost like she was faking it. And it's not until it cracks for a split second that you see like just how hurt. There's like a lot of hurt behind her eyes. And then it disappears again. I was never going to stop you. I thought I made that abundantly clear.
I know, I just... In the moment, I figured I would just go and have a look, you know? And it escalated, obviously. And he'll set the origami bird down on a surface and rub the back of his neck. You don't have to forgive me, but I am sorry. And I completely understand if you just want to call this a day. I did something I never wanted to do, and that was break your trust. And I'll live with the consequences of that, whatever they are.
You see her. You see
I
her
can-
jaw kind of clench a little.
I can go if you want. And I don't just mean from this room.
What?
I've hurt you. That's abundantly clear, and it's not something I ever wish to repeat, so if I can avoid that. I know I'm needed. And he'll kind of shake his head and roll his eyes kind of almost incredulously. Needed for this mission. Though some have made it abundantly clear. I'm not very good at what I do, and I'm sure you'd do fine, all of you, without me. I can go.
No.
He'll look up at her.
The mask is just gone. It's shattered and it's just full despair in her eyes.
Really?
Why would I? Why would I ever ask you to leave?
Because
Theo.
I hurt you, and
Theo. Do you not realize why I'm upset?
I do.
Why do you think I'm upset?
Well, I didn't tell you where I was going, and I got quite badly hurt. And I do tend to get quite badly hurt. He'll look at her, he's full of earnest.
Is that why you think I'm upset?
Well, we haven't exactly talked, so I may have jumped to the wrong conclusion. But yes,
You very much did.
Then enlighten me.
Theo. Not even a week. No more than 2 weeks before you did whatever it is you needed to do. not only did I almost lost my brother. And James. And I've just now started to trust them. To let them back into my life again. To stop putting them at such a distance. Because I love them and I care about them. And then I almost lost them. Then you. You run off. And I almost lose you. I'm not upset because you did what you did. I'm honestly not even upset at all. I'm scared.
He's gonna slowly stand up and approach her very cautiously.
So scared.
He'll pull her into a hug, into his chest, if she'll allow it.
She'll let him.
I'm so sorry. It seems I'm... Like most men, I'm not immune to... a bruised ego. I just feel... useless. And that's part of why I did what I did. Obviously, I wanted rid of him. He hurt you. And he had to pay for that. But if it makes you scared, I'll never do anything of the sort again. Unless, of course, I have no other choice. And he'll he's gonna lean back from the embrace and try and not lighten the mood, but kind of cheer her up a bit, and he'll unbutton the top of his shirt and flash the blue steel scale mail underneath. I'm protected now. Somewhat.
Mm. Thanks, Dylan.
I think he'd look into her eyes and run a thumb across her cheek, wipe a tear away.
I'm not
What do you
saying that
think?
you... I'm not saying that you can't go and do anything like that again. I would never. But Theo, you carry my heart with you. Please be careful.
He's gonna kiss her.
She'll kiss back.
I promise. And speaking of, his expression's going to...
Sorry, my mic was muted real quick.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
As the two of you embrace,
Oh, fucking.
Dead bitch, why?
Cece, he's holding you. You're holding him. And you look to see one of the pale curtains beside the open window. It wafts in the breeze, and behind it is a silhouette staring at you. You feel its icy glare. Make a perception roll.
Oh.
You reception roll.
That's so funny.
21.
You hear something.
Ooh.
Fuck you. What?
Like a tap of a finger on hardwood. And then a couple more. And the figure silhouetting in the sunlight in the curtain turns, and she looks afraid. The tapping grows to a knock. A knock at the door. There's a knock at the door. She's gone.
But there's a knock at Cece's door.
Yep.
How is Cece looking? Is she, like, visibly freaked out at all?
I think she looks confused more than anything. Her eyes are towards where the silhouette was.
As Theo leans back up, he breaks your line of sight, and then when he passes in front of you, she's not there anymore. But she looked like, as she turned, you saw the profile of her face. She looked scared, like she heard something too.
Horrifying. Okay.
Do you want me to come back later? You can get the door if you need.
Butler, let me in.
Huh?
You recognize the voice.
Is it Abby?
Yep.
Abby! We love Abby. We stan Abby.
We do. We so do.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything by knocking loudly.
Theo's just gonna murmur under his breath. Yes, but fine. And grumbles. And we'll step aside to allow Cece to open the door.
She'll open the door. Hi, Abby.
Hello. She comes in and just gives you a side hug. Theo.
Turn the side.
In a closed room with a woman alone, she tosses you a pneumatic tube of her own. like just tosses it into your arms. How uncouth, she says.
He'll roll his eyes, but he's smiling. Good to see
You see that she
as
also
well.
got an invitation.
Oh, you'll be attending too, that. Perhaps you'll liven things up a bit.
I don't know. I think it's possible your mother still has a very small. She still holds a very small candle for the two of us.
Well, I've told her, and I'll tell her again. And it's never going to. Although I have siblings. May-
Don't think I haven't considered it.
I'm sure you have. And he'll smile, looking at
Maybe
the missive.
Considering other women before me? How scandalous. I'm hurt. Very much joking.
For a second, Theo doesn't get the joke, and he's like, huh? like that face, like, what? But gets it, and it's like, oh, ha ha, hardy ha. Very funny. He's still learning, baby.
I figured we could, get ready. Get something together.
What
Besides-
do you mean by get ready?
Look, I'm not good at this stuff, she says. It's true. Abigail has somehow found a way to has found a way to look good while being the worst dressed at pretty much everything she goes to.
Respect. An energy I aspire to have.
Besides, I also heard from your dad, she looks to you, Cece, that you might want to work with me on something?
Yes. He's tossing me to help out on your project. I've expressed interest in possibly taking over. So
For
he
your
wants
father?
me to. Yes.
Does he know that?
Yes.
Hmm.
At least I'm under the impression that he knows that. I made it very clear, I think. Do you know something I don't?
I didn't think I'd ever see him not doing what he does.
I suppose the wording that I used is more stepping up so that when he does eventually decide to
That's
step
closer
away
to the
for
language
any
he was
reason.
using.
So you have discussed this with him already.
He made a few mentions of things. Personally, I think you should do something for yourself.
What do you mean by that?
This is the one field, the one place where it's all skill, she says. Where
What,
you can
think
do.
I don't have the skill, Abby?
Quite the opposite. This is the one place where you don't have to ride coattails. Because all that matters is results.
I know. But I suppose it's doubly motivated for me. I don't know. It's a family business.
Does your father see it that way?
Abby, I think you might be the only one who understands more how my father thinks. I certainly don't.
I just saying, I don't think you should have to.
And if I want to?
Sure. You can tell Abby genuinely had never considered that someone might want to.
I think this is my way of trying to repair bridges as well. So there's a lot going behind this decision.
Okay. Well, happy to help. And I could
Lovely.
use your help.
Yes. What can I help you with, Abby?
Well, probably first things first, she says.
The ball or the event, I'm assuming.
The luncheon, she says.
Is that what they
Oh
called it? on
god,
the
it's
invitation?
a luncheon? Damn.
It's a 30-person luncheon.
That's
Jeez.
a lot of people for fucking luncheon.
Oh, don't worry, Lex. We're getting there.
He's working up to it.
Do you mind if we stop by my place? You can fix me up, and I'll give you the rundown on what I have.
Sure.
Thanks.
Although I will confess that my wardrobe does tend to be rather limited. I've worked in this field, same as you have, so I might have a little bit more style, but not much.
Theo's brow's gonna furrow. I think you always look lovely.
You're a little biased, Mouse.
I can be biased and also be right. And he'll smile at her.
She'll smile back.
I hate to butt in or be rude, but there's something I need to talk with Celestine about. Is there any chance this could be picked up later?
Sure thing. I'll be downstairs if you want to head over today.
There's lots of hot chocolate. Just help yourself.
No problem.
He'll, genuinely smile at her. Good seeing you.
Yeah. Me too.
Jesus.
Just once Abby has
Yeah.
left the room. Sorry, I didn't. That was terribly rude. There's
Okay.
something you mentioned the other day, and it's been weighing on my mind. I think it's important that we discuss it sooner rather than later. Obviously, I'd be remiss to ever tell you what to do with your own life and your own autonomy, but... And he'll take her hands in his. Coming from someone who knows a thing or two about straying down a dark path, and as someone who cares about you very, very much, please don't make a deal with that mind spring of yours. And he's going to wait and see what her reaction to that is.
She casts her gaze downward.
And I think he'd
Sorry, real quick. Make a fortune roll for me, Cece.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
17.
Okay. The mind spring box is closed. And so you do not have to make a resolve roll.
Damn.
Oh.
I think he would kind of guide her over to sit on the edge of her bed, or so that they could sit together.
Wait, pause. Hold on. Mark, what if I intentionally want to fail that?
I will let you make a resolve roll.
Okay. Doesn't matter. I got 22.
Okay, and then an intuition.
Thank 19.
Okay. If you were being uncharitable, intentionally so, some part of you would have the reaction. Doesn't want you to make a deal with that mind spring because he wants to be the one to save you.
Leading her over somewhere to sit down, still holding her hands. I didn't know what it was that you wanted. Whether you... I can't remember exactly what it was that you said that this deal exactly contained, but something about keeping your humanity. I didn't know that was something you wanted. But there are options. And he'll blush a little bit and look away. You know me, I like research, it calms me. Other ways. And I think together, with our minds, we could We could figure it out, if that's what you want. A deal with some infernal creature. That's allowing your own agency to be out of your control. You're smarter than that. Stronger than that, and
Hasn't it always been out of my control, though?
he's gonna smile at her. I felt like I was out of control for a very long time. But it can always change. You have the power to change it. I mean, I won't get into the logistics of it now, but I've been researching. There's actually one more book that I'm looking to go and get. I took a trip to the restricted section of the observatory library, and there was one book that had been taken out. And he'll kind of like peer his head around to look her in the eyes. By a Wolfred. He, the kind attendant there, gave me the address of where I might be able to find a copy. So there's that too. I mean, I've looked at pretty much everything I can in the restricted section. That was the only one that was missing. But I believe if that's what you want to do, that more options the better. And no matter your choice, I will stand by you, and I will do everything in my power to see that you get what you desire.
There are other options. I went to go talk to one of my mentors at the observatory. There's a alchemical substitute that can be made. I just... I don't know
Does
how I
this
feel.
solution do exactly, or do you not know yet? Port to squeeze her hand.
I'm not entirely sure. It just... I would have my arm back. And I wouldn't need the mind spring.
You'd need something to replace the mind spring, surely. I mean, that's what I've read anyway. That we may be able to do. We've even got Abby just downstairs. You, her, your father, you're all great mechanical minds. But obviously, take it at your own pace and know that I'm here. Just...
She nods.
He's gonna look at the box, the lock box, with the mind spring inside. It may seem hypocritical, but I think I've worn out my apologies now. Please do talk to me about it before you make any decisions regarding that. I won't judge, I promise.
Okay.
He's gonna pull out the address that Edgar the librarian gave to him. This is where we can find a copy. It's a binder, I believe. Did you perhaps want to come with me?
Sure.
Just let me know when you're ready. I'm sure Abby's wardrobe is probably more important, though. And he'll smile.
She smiles.
Are you sure you're ready to meet my family? I mean, a 30-person luncheon isn't exactly as grand as she would like to go. From what I understand, she's trying to make things as comfortable for you and for me as possible. But are you going to be okay?
These are by far some of the more tame events. Compared to the ball, this is nothing. I'll be okay.
Okay. He's gonna, take a piece of her hair and tuck it behind her ear. And then just very gently stroke the side of her face with his thumb.
She'll cup his hand with hers and then just kind of lean into it.
And he's just gonna look at her and smile and then just say one word, which is Angel.
Saffron. You.
Hello.
You are sitting there. You are laying there asleep. Until you hear a sound. You slowly peek an eye open, and a rerouted pneumatic capsule falls out of the receptacle and lands on your face.
Right. She'll glance at Ambrose to see if he's woken up yet.
As you sit up, Ambrose's bare behind is right in front of you. Full ass.
She rolls her eyes, and opens the missive.
You are invited to the Wesleys.
Tonight?
No, couple days.
Okay. Does it say anything else? Like a +1 or... Is Ambrose gonna get his own one? She catches it before it hits him in the face.
In the butt.
In the butt.
His head is under the covers down at the other end of the bed.
Of course it is. He was cuddling her feet.
Gotta nibble them toes.
Horrifying. She'll place the things down on the nightstand and kind of crawl under the blanket towards him and just gently introduce herself into cuddling him. To like wake him up, but not to be so rough. Hey,
Ambrose.
No, I don't pay taxes.
I wasn't asking you to.
Oh. Oh, morning.
Shh. Quiet. Just for a little while longer. We have been invited to a brunch.
Fuck. Are we gonna get murdered there again?
No, I doubt it. It's for Cece and Theo. Theo's family. She gently moves some hair out of his face.
Will there be hors d'oeuvres?
Maybe.
Oh,
But
yes.
even if there's not, then we can get some on the way back if you want.
When is it?
A couple days. The missives just
Okay.
came in. She's got like this red mark on the center of her head.
Oh. It's gonna just slightly rub the mark. We need to move that tube.
We can get Carpathian on it. She'll glance around, seeing the bed destroyed, the room destroyed. Like this, I can imagine like there's feathers everywhere as well. Like the feathered pillows have been destroyed too.
Heyman destroyed.
Mm-hmm. You know, you're the only heaven I'd ever be dragged away from.
That's so sad.
I've no
We
intention
should
of
get you more
letting
nice things.
You're perfect to me. I don't need anything else. She'll rest her head back down on his chest and make smooth circles on his skin with her finger.
I never aspired to perfection, but if you're enjoying it, then that's what matters.
You're everything I need you to be. Everything I want you to be. Without even trying. So yeah. You're perfect. Do you think Cece will forgive me?
I think more than anything, she was worried. I'm not sure it's forgiveness you're looking for, or simply a need to make it clear to her that she doesn't need to be afraid. In any case, you're not going to make much progress on that front here.
Are you kicking me out? She'll look up at
I'm
him.
simply saying you should probably talk to her first.
I have spoken
Maybe.
to her. I thought about giving her a gift, like a dress or something, and then I realized that she'd probably see that as bribery to get her affections back.
Maybe do something then. A gesture more than a gift. Something genuine.
Something genuine. I kind of want bacon. What do you say?
I always want bacon. It's a terminal state of mind for me.
Alright then. She'll hit his chest playfully and pull herself up and out of the covers going to get dressed.
Emira?
Hmm?
Yeah, could you undo the rope? I can't get up.
She smirks to herself. In a minute.
No.
No, I'm going to get bacon.
She'll walk over and gently lean down and kiss him as she's untying the rope since he really wanted this to happen.
Tell me, Ambrose. Do you get dressed before you leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Bacon is an occasion that requires clothing.
You run into Abby heading out of Theo's room as you guys are heading downstairs.
Oh, hello again.
Wait, you don't live here?
Relax, my love.
No, I don't, she says. But I got an invitation
One
to
of
the
your
Wesleys, she says.
Yeah, we got similar. She'll hold up the two invitations. Well, we are going to have breakfast if you'd like to join us.
Sounds like a plan, she says.
Oh, Abby, actually, there's something I wanted to pick your mind over. You're an engineer, right?
I like to think so.
He's going to present a very hastily, hand-drawn napkin diagram of a Haemon catapult. This is the future of warfare.
She will look into it. I've actually got a few plans that are not too dissimilar from this.
I could just imagine them giggling at the fucking island table while Amira's cooking.
He's not that heavy, you know.
I'm not sure how much Helen would like it if you flung him through the air, Ambrose.
I'm going to be honest, his opinion is of very little consequence to me.
She rolls her eyes slightly. Maybe he'd like you more if you asked him.
Is he aerodynamic?
He's got wings.
Well, that means it's more about angle of elevation than it is about power. You begin sketching, just absentmindedly begin sketching.
Oh my god. Ambrose, would you mind going and checking if Theo, Cece, and Hilary are here? Perhaps we could make this breakfast more of a everyone thing, since I'm cooking loads for you anyway.
Yes, I'm sure they're probably up already. Oh, let me see if this works. Is there a way to send messages internally via the Pneumo system?
Yes.
Oh. He's gonna... Are there any origami birds around?
Finesse roll.
Okay.
Or melee attack, your choice.
I'm gonna go with an attack to just like snatch one.
Yeah.
Watch him that one and then fucking slam into a mirror while she's
It's-
cooking hot oil going
It's a
everywhere.
this is how they die. It's a 16.
All right. You just you are looking at one. It looks at you, and then without looking, you grab the other one to your right.
He's just gonna absolutely yell bacon at it.
And then stuff it in the tube.
Yes. And key in Theo's room.
Okay. Or Cece's room.
It can't do both, right?
Yeah, I think it was Cece's room that we were in,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
If they're both
Yeah.
in there still, then yeah.
Yeah.
Hillary,
Yes.
you are, I imagine, going to deliver basically like information about like, all right, here's when we're, here's our departure time for the ship. Here's like, actually, tell you what, Alaric gave you the tickets to deliver.
Okay. And I walk on. I want a morning walk, so I'll walk over to the house.
All right. Charles is happy to see you.
Oh, good.
You
Charles,
can tell
how are you?
because you can tell because his expression doesn't change in the slightest.
Ah, that type of morning, is it?
We have guests.
I see. Are they
Do you remember Abigail?
vaguely? Yeah.
She is in the sitting room sketching some sort of pneumatic slingshot.
Of course she is. And why? Okay, well, I guess I can ask her why we would ever want a pneumatic slingshot.
Something Ambrose asked you about.
Hmm.
You're Sir
okay.
Haggard, right?
Yes, sir.
Good show at the ball.
Ah, yes. It was, unfortunately, becoming increasingly common.
That is the nature of things.
The nature of our times. I thought I left the jungles 10 years ago. The jungle seemed to have come back to me.
Well, it's a good bit less damp most of the year anyway.
Yes, you're right. It's not quite as damp, not quite as sweaty.
Do you have any plans for leaving the city soon, sir?
And who am I talking to again?
Abigail.
Oh, this is Abigail. Okay, I heard a male voice. That's what I was.
No, I was thinking about how to phrase it.
Okay. Yes, we're planning a trip back to South Endara. There's some specimens I need to collect.
Ah. All the
And
way
there's
to
a
South
currently
Endara,
the
huh?
observatory has a team over there right now. We will be part of the resupply run.
What are they studying over there?
You know, I never asked.
Huh. I always
Perhaps
found
I should ask
the
to see what type of company we'll have when we're there.
The observatory company tends to be somewhat the same. I never
Well-
got very far through traditional classes myself.
Oh well, I was professor there for a while, so many of them are my colleagues, and so I was hoping they may be the same. So I don't know.
The present company excluded, then, she says.
What were you studying? I see your drawing here. Looks like you have some interest in engineering.
I've been told I have a practical mind.
Well, a practical mind can be of great use in today's world.
Make a mechanics roll.
Make a mechanics roll, he says. Mechanics. There it is. Ooh, 5.
Yep. The stuff she's sketching and drawing doesn't seem to make sense to you. You're seeing a lot of math that doesn't add up to your understanding, but...
Oh,
it is what it is.
I have a little bit of knowledge of calculus, but basic math, I don't know.
Like I said, I've been told I have a practical mind, and I guess that means that I like to see the results of my work, touch it,
Sure.
A research paper doesn't do much for me.
Well, yeah, I can understand that view. I have a different view. I like to work with native tribes. I like to understand what they're saying to each other, investigate languages, be able to communicate. Communicating is something I strive to do.
A people person, in a way.
Yes, very much so.
You certainly have got that, she says, indicating the stack of messages for the Howl's Hounds.
Speaking of which, are there any more messages there for me?
You in fact do have an invitation to the Wesley estate.
I couldn't avoid it. That's too bad. A luncheon. So, all right. Well, is it Lavinia invited?
Yeah, probably, yeah. That was...
All right. I'll see if she may be sufficiently advanced in her pregnancy. May want to avoid stepping up, but we'll see.
As the two of you are discussing the ins and outs of speculative engineering and how to avoid unwanted conversations at luncheons, breakfast is served.
Oh my! Oh, and as soon as I see everyone, I start passing out the tickets for the airship.
Cece.
Yes, Mark.
The pneumatic tube in your room goes shwoop, and there is a fluttering inside it.
Oh, she's gonna...
A caged bird. How original.
Not intentionally. She's gonna get up and go
He's
release the poor thing.
He's like holding on to one of her hands, like almost like not wanting to let her go as she goes, but then does. And kind of pouts a little bit.
She'll hurry back.
What is it?
I don't know. And
As you unwrap it, you see its description of Ambrose going about his day, then grabbing it and just in big letters of bacon.
it seems we're being summoned down for breakfast. And she'll show Theo the gigantic bacon. Seems it's bacon.
Okay. I mean, he's a very eloquent fellow, Ambrose, but penmanship
Oh,
doesn't
true.
seem to be his,
Hmm,
or
Not his
subtlety.
writing. Subtlety, yes, I absolutely agree. And she'll
Who's-
let the bird go.
And just out of curiosity, he's just gonna, is this, so the way the magic works, is this your writing? Or,
I don't know, Mark, is it?
Initially, yes, but the longer these birds stick around, the more the handwriting becomes unique to each one.
oh, that's so cute. I
Oh,
love
that's so
that.
pretty.
I love that so much.
Yay.
We should go down. Though I have not to bash you over the head with it, I've missed you very much. And he'll kiss her hands.
I missed you too. And she will kiss him on the lips.
Ooh! That is Theo's. No, I'm joking. He'll blush a little bit and adjust his glasses. I've missed that too. We should probably join them.
They'll head
Shall we?
downstairs. Mhm.
Yeah, he'll be holding her hand as they enter.
All right, and in this case, you guys get passed out tickets.
Yeah.
Yippee!
That's you, Dylan.
I've never been
Don't
on
put
that ship.
Don't put ideas in his head. Sorry.
So, as it remains, we have the Wesley Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to visit the calligrapher before or after South Endara?
Sorry, that was aimed at me. It depends on what Cece wants, I'd say.
Okay, then it's not aimed at you. You've successfully deflected.
Yippee!
God damn it.
I am
I
going
think
to
it
need a
can
break
be
real
it
soon,
can be
though.
an after thing.
Okay. In that case, then there is also the bite, right?
Mhm.
Ambrose?
87.
Yes.
Okay, no, I caught that. Gen Z
Yay.
brain rot.
Fuck off. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Dylan. It's okay.
And the fight of 87.
Oh no.
I thought you said bite.
No.
That makes me look stupid. It sounded like bite.
Well, there's
was
the
close.
fight, Ambrose.
Yes.
And then supplies. Now, David,
Yes.
supplies for the trip over there, that's taken care of by Ulrich.
All right.
Supplies for the crew that's already over there, and the observatory archaeologists and what they're studying, that's taken care of by the observatory.
Right. I'm more worried about our supplies.
Yes.
You know, sufficient ammunitions, arms, food, sleeping accommodations, survival gear, compasses and the like.
Tell you what, I can make this real simple.
Okay.
If you drop 8K,
Yeah.
you get a full base camp.
All right, we'll do it.
And
Okay.
that will cover all basic stuff. That'll cover your food. That'll cover your water, your basic supply, any toolkits, survival toolkits, tents, all of that stuff.
Good deal.
I'll make this shit real simple.
We love it.
Now, was there anything you want that you had specific in mind for? Okay, we're going into a jungle. I want to see if I can get a clockwork flamethrower or something.
I wasn't thinking. That's an interesting. I had not considered a clockwork flamethrower. That's very interesting. I was thinking things like machetes, but hey.
Well, I'm not sure how practical a clockwork flamethrower would be. Maybe that's. I'd have to
I
make
think
some rolls.
it's like if you need to clear out an area for the sleeping, you slash the trees and then you burn them down. Then next day you got a campsite.
Yeah.
But no, I think. Go ahead.
So while you consider these things, we will take a break because Phoebes needs one. But come back on the 30, and we will tackle these missions.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Great.
Be right back.